A bronzed look is that makeup look that if you can master, you're gonna look amazing all summer, and you know what? All year long, because you can wear this makeup look anytime. But there's a way you could do this makeup look so it looks really refined and polished and expensive looking. Everybody's wearing the bronzy look, but it doesn't always look great. Now, as a makeup artist, I am going to teach you how to do that beautiful bronzy skin as if you came from vacation. Hi, I'm Andreea Ali. I'm a celebrity makeup artist. I'm based in Paris. And here's where beauty meets taste, technique, and everything genuinely exceptional. All right, this is how you do a bronzy, beautiful makeup look, especially in the evening in the hot summer nights. Now, this is inspired by my trip. I've just been to the south of France. I had a job there for Zimmerman, and I also had a huge birthday party for one of my best friends. And because it was so hot and so humid, and the whole theme was like bronzy goddess and sunset, and I had to make my makeup last in the heat and look beautiful in pictures. And this is a makeup artist routine that I promise you it's going to work, but everybody can do it if you know how to layer products right. So I have combination skin. In winter, my T-zone is not as oily as in summer, but in summer it can be incredibly oily. I just use very, very thin skincare products. And this, I've been talking about this, and I hear people like frowning at me, but I really like the glazing milk because I've seen how many makeup artists use products that are similar to this, something that's very light, especially in the summer. So I just apply this. Even a few drops of this will do the job. I mean, look, done, right? It's so nice and beautiful. Okay, that's kind of it. I'm not gonna lie. I do use different type of primers because I do sweat right here, and it's very annoying. If you are a bride or if you're someone that really needs to secure that place where you sweat a lot, for me it's on my mustache, I always use some kind of primer, and this secure the sweat from one size. I take a little bit and I just dab it on my upper lip. That's it. That's really where I need this product. And a second product, if you have very, very oily skin, that's where this product is truly amazing. If you don't want your skin to be super matte, you're not gonna use this, but I love it. It's called the Oil Sucker, and I use a tiny little bit. I would either use this one. This is called Secure the Blur, and it's a very, very beautiful blurring primer. I don't use it everywhere, but definitely on the T-zone. Or I use this Oil Sucker, which is an extreme mattifying primer. Why do I use this extreme mattifying primer? Because, like I said, I hate the way my skin starts shining in this area. You know, I always powder here and also a little bit in between the eyebrows. When I tell you that this is truly working, this is godsend. Like, it's so good. So I also like to apply it on my chin. Did you see that it was like a little rice size? That's all I used. And you want to press it into your skin. Then I prefer to use gel textures, and I love these two. Depending on my mood, I either use the glow one or the matte one. So I'll show you the difference. The difference is not that big. This is from Sisley, and it's called Phyto Touche Gel. This is the matte version, which, you know, there's a time and a place for matte. This will dry down, and it's so beautiful because it doesn't have coverage. So if you have beautiful skin already, if you're looking for something that's very light, really nice, lightweight texture, you're gonna go with this. It's not a foundation, it's not a luminizer. This is just something that will give you a little bit of color. Now, this is the glow version. Because I have so many lights right here, you probably won't be able to really tell the difference, but this version has a little bit of those pearls. I like to use that because I mainly use it on the perimeters of my face, and it dries down. That's what I love about this product. It dries down. So even if you're like me, you know, you always protect your face, so your face is probably always lighter than your body, this product is so handy because it balances your skin with the body. I took this Mr. Daniel with Nabla Cosmetics, and you know what? I'm going to start with the forehead. Usually the forehead is the place that gets tanned the first. The forehead is always darker in summer. So I'm starting right here at the base of my hair, in between my eyebrows. You want to do that because the sun definitely hits you there. And then the cheeks, of course. I kind of apply this everywhere, but I adjust the intensity of this product. Mind you, there are different products on the market that you can use. Let me show you a different one that you might love. This is called Color Wash, and it's from Victoria Beckham Beauty. And it's literally just a tinted water. Really nice texture, gives you a little touch of bronzer on your skin. However, the reason why this is not working for me, it's because in this area I have a lot of melasma, and when I apply this, unfortunately, for some reason, this only makes my melasma worse. So yes, it gives me the color, that beautiful bronzy color, but then I have to go and apply more product than I would want to cover the melasma. So no, thank you. This gel texture from Sisley, it's a lot more suitable for my skin. However, I'm gonna be honest with you, I had someone in the studio yesterday, a friend of mine, and she was asking me about this. She's got beautiful skin, very even skin tone. And she's like, oh, should I buy this? Should I not get this? Like, I would love to try it. And I gave this to her to try, and it looked beautiful. Really, really beautiful on her. She wasn't convinced, but if I were her, I would be like, yes, this is the product for me. This product with nothing else, already it gives you that nice bronzy look of the skin. I'm also going to apply it a little bit right here, although this is not a place where the sun naturally hits you, but I just don't like it when this part of the face it's so light. So we want to make it the makeup artist way. People usually just apply the bronzer only here, but we will go that extra mile. Next, I'm going to take this product, which is unbelievable if you have oily skin, or if you're looking for a bronzer, a cream bronzer that has a matte finish. This is a cream bronzer that for someone like me who has combination skin, who likes a soft matte finish, something that I can build, fantastic. If you have dry skin and you love that very dewy, glowy look on your cheeks, this is not your product. I want to be very clear because this has that really nice matte finish. So normally I use shade 1, but because I'm a little bit more tanned, I mean I have self-tan on, I'm going to go with shade number 2. So with that same brush, I will go in the areas where the sun naturally hits my face, but a bit more strategic right now. With the first product, I just went all over, right? This is more strategic. This is going to give depth and that true bronzy goddess skin. The difference between this and this is the fact that the Westman Atelier Sun Tone Bronzing Cream has a little bit of coverage. Just a tiny bit. Of course, you're not going to forget the nose, because the nose is, again, one of the first parts of your face that get very tanned. Next, I'm going to take a foundation that is a silicone-based foundation, because a silicone-based foundation is going to work on blurring the pores. It's going to be really, really beautiful if you have texture. Okay, so this is from Haus Labs. It's the Triclone foundation, and I am going to use this brush. Now, the brush is very important because do you see how this is very fluffy but still kind of stiff? It's the perfect brush to apply your foundation in a very light way. Took my brush, loaded with the foundation, and now I'm going to go over this and kind of marry all the colors together because it was looking slightly weird. We'll apply half more pump. I love this brush so much. It's just so beautiful for this type of application. So first I go in the places where I didn't have anything, and then I just apply it everywhere with very light hand. I got you closer so you can see what the skin looks like. It is not perfect, and I did this on purpose. I didn't cover absolutely everything that was on my skin. I just want that effortless look. When the makeup is too precise, too perfect, everything is so well defined, so much coverage, that's when it looks a little bit dated, in my opinion. It doesn't look expensive. And don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to tell you that everything that looks expensive is beautiful, but you know, by expensive, I mean refined, I mean polished, I mean good taste. You know what I mean, right? It's not like literally expensive, because you could do this with like drugstore makeup. Next, I'm going to take my concealer, and this is the Airbrush Flawless Blur Concealer. Now, this concealer is really exceptional. If you're looking for something that will truly blur your under eyes, cover them if you have darkness, I like to take it with a fluffy brush. So this is a 16 brush from Refer, and I first apply it the inner corner. Again, the application really makes a difference. The very feathery application, when you have a good product, it will layer so beautiful. Just whatever is left on the brush, I go over certain parts of the face where I feel like, okay, I could use a little bit of coverage. It's always the center of the face for me. Also, I have a big pimple right here. But again, I just feather it out. Also, I feel like the bronze got a little bit crazy in the hairline. I've done my eyebrows off the camera because I just want to focus on the skin. I've used just the same old Anastasia Beverly Hills, and then this is their Brow Freeze Gel, the mini one. Next palette that I love to use, I mean, this is so iconic, and there's a reason why this is so iconic. I have this in my makeup kit for so many years. And from this particular palette, so this one is the light one, right? Yes, dim light. I like to use this one before I set my makeup with powder. So first I use this, and I just take a bigger brush. What this is going to give you is that beautiful golden light on the skin. And in the evening, this is so beautiful. Now, the reason why I like to apply this on my skin before I set with powder is because I find that this product has a much better grip if you apply it on your skin before setting powder. And with certain products, if they have a really good grip, it could ruin your makeup because it could be like muddy and a little bit weird, but not with this because it doesn't have a lot of pigment. It just has that beautiful pearly finish. I got you closer so you can see what I'm talking about, because the pearls inside this product are just so refined, and you don't have like different colors. It's just that beautiful golden glow. And that's what I love about this palette. So now I feel like it doesn't look like I have makeup on, you know? Although there were steps in the makeup routine that made it look like, oh my God, what are you doing? It's always about the layering of products. that at the end gives you that very fresh, the very beautiful look of the skin. And we're not even done. I'm going to apply a little bit of powder under my eyes because I haven't yet, just to make sure there is nothing that creased. Because concealer will crease, let's just face it. It will crease much less once you apply powder. Now, kind of the cherry on the top is going to be a blush. And this is the type of blush that I love to use for that realistic bronzy skin. It will be something like this on my skin. It's called Spiced Latte, that's the name of the shade, and it's from the Yummy Skin collection, Danessa Myrix. This is so beautiful because I like this product a lot for myself because it will also blur the pores. I mean, anything Yummy Skin is just perfection. So with this brush, the other side of the Rhode brush, I'm just gonna stipple just on the highest points of the cheeks, like so. Now you just slightly press with your brush on the skin. You don't want to apply too much of this product because again, we're trying to make it look realistic. And I don't know how much you're able to see, but the powder that I have underneath is still shining through. So it's not like I'm covering the powder, but I just love a lot more the way it looks with the blush on top of the hourglass than the other way around. I just think that, I don't know, it looks more like skin. And then I go a little bit on the nose. And of course, I like to get this on my brow bone as well. Oh, this is so beautiful. Once I apply my bronzer or like the blush on my brow bone, I'm like, yes. Everything just comes together so beautifully. I just love the way skin looks like from every angle. Like no matter how you turn, you have like a beautiful glow, and then you have the color without being super precise on the placement. That's exactly what I personally love about a bronzy look, that healthy, sexy, glowy skin. I think I'm only going to use mascara, and guys, I don't know if you've tried this mascara from Merit. Boy, this is amazing. This is a tubing mascara. Can you get closer? You need to see this. It has a tiny, tiny brush. Look at this. Tiny, tiny brush. At first, when I saw this, when it got out of the tube, I was like, but boy, I should have known better because this tiny thing is capable of so much. And I'm saying this because I'm 5'1". So don't underestimate the power of a tiny, tiny wand. It's actually better because it's more precise, right? You get into places where a big wand would never. And what I like about it is because it's a tubing mascara, it's so easy to take it off. And also because it's a tubing mascara, you will never have that little particles on your lower lash line. It's just so good, this mascara. Then I'm gonna take a pencil. This is an eye pencil. It's in the shade Terracotta. It's from Victoria Beckham Beauty, the satin kajal eyeliner. And at first I'm like, do I want to use this on my lips? And I'm like, why not? The only reason why they say it's for the eyes, it's because it has only been tested for the eyes. That's why they cannot claim that it's for the lips, but nobody stops me. So I'm gonna use it on the lips as well. I mean, not as well, because I didn't use it on the eyes at all. And yes, it's very dark. But you know the trick that I like to do? I just like to take a brush and blur it out. Give it that French La Bouche Mordue effect. This is giving you a little bit of time to play, but not too much. As you can see, now I'm having a hard time blending this because it's a very long-lasting eye pencil. And I went with terracotta because it's that same kind of like burnt orange, bronzy effect. Oh, wow. I love how pigmented it is. Then I'll take this lip butter. This is from Rare Beauty. It's in the shade Friendly. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, but when you guys are not watching, I use this powder, which is not available anymore. They stopped producing this powder from Givenchy. This is the iconic Prisme Libre in the shade Voile Rosé. And when I knew way before that they were going to stop producing this powder. So I bought a lot of them. When I tell you a lot of them. So, yeah, I use a little bit of this powder under my eye sometimes, and it will give me the nicest, and I mean the nicest, brightening effect. I do that a little bit on the chin and in between my eyebrows, and it looks like I have like a spotlight under my eyes. I just love this powder. Too bad they discontinue it, and they discontinued it, the talc version, which I, as a makeup artist, you cannot not love talc. I love talc. I know that, you know, there's a lot of controversy, but I personally love talcum product. It just performs differently. That's why my under eyes are slightly more brightened. Thank you for your service. And this is how you do a very simple, sophisticated, polished, very modern, bronzy look. Guys, two different vibes, but I just had to tell you about these because I've recently started to use these two fragrances. One is from Fleur. It's called Vanilla Skin. This smells so delicious. It smells warm, sexy, but not like, I wouldn't say this is like an evening fragrance. It's really, really beautiful, very feminine, but not too sweet. This is a combination between, the way I would describe it, it's like a woody floral, okay? You guys know that I don't have the strongest sense of smell, so it's very tough for me to describe the fragrances like everyone else. Like I will not feel every little nuance, right? I can feel what's like the most prominent. And if the fragrance is not strong enough, I won't even feel it, honestly. But listen, the more you smell, the better you smell. This is something that I've been training myself to do in the past few years. So another one that I love, like I told you, this is a warm floral. Just like with anything from Amouage, I would have to say that Amouage is that brand where you can find fragrances with, you know, the typical notes, but done very differently. Same with Maison Crivelli. I love Maison Crivelli. But this Love Hibiscus, totally wearing this tonight. This is so good. So good. It's my newest obsession, but I mean, they're completely different, but very, very good. So check them out. This is definitely a lot more affordable. Fleur, there's a content creator actually that is the founder of this brand. I'm gonna meet her next week. And Amouage, I think everybody knows. So thank you so much for watching. As usual, all the products I've mentioned, including the shades, are in the description down below, but I've also made sure to tag them on the screen. So you will probably have them here. If you press, they will open somewhere in here. This is a very new feature on YouTube. So if there are products that you do not see on this list, please check out the description box. It will always be the most accurate. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Wow. We should add some bloopers to this. Holly, don't cut anything.